It's time to pull up a stool and grab your spot at the bar. The stadiums are dark, the scoreboards are off, and the final whistle has long since blown. But in here, the lights stay on. Welcome to the ETB Lounge on the Empty the Bench Network. This is your official post-game nightcap, where we break down the biggest hits, pour one out for the heartbreaks, and dive into the stories that linger long after the clock hits zero. Whether you're here for sharp analysis or one last round of sports talk with the best fans in the game, you've come to the right place. The games are over, and the conversation is just getting started.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome into another edition of the ETB Lounge. I'm Nick DiMartino. That's Tom Albano. That's Ben Kruse, and that's Jack Gold. How you doing today, guys?
Happy to be here.
All right. Yeah,
I'm doing pretty good. Just getting over a cold or allergies or whatever it is. I hate this. For most of us.
Look, you're having Look, what I can tell you is that you're having a better day than Caden Boozer and John Shire today. So
yeah,
there is that. No matter how bad you have it, you could always have it a little worse. I mean, look, right now, today is a great day for Duke. I'm not a Ducator, but I'm just saying, if you are a Ducator, today is a great day. We're doing this show coming right off of. Sorry, you know what? I'm not going to use that banner. It's covering your face. But
all right.
Wait, let's plug everything first. I've got to plug everything.
Everybody, can y'all hear me?
What's that?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, sorry, fellas. I don't know what's happening, but I can't hear Nick. But I apologize for being in the car. I made a critical error this afternoon. I was visiting my grandparents and was watching that Duke game. Fell asleep on the couch, woke up, it was 7:45, and I was like, uh-oh.
How did you fall asleep during that game?
But happy to be here.
Well, so you missed the ending of the game? All right, so wait, let me just plug everything. You can follow this show across social media at the ETB Lounge. You can follow the Empty the Bench Network across social media at ETB Network, and you can watch all Empty. You can watch all Empty the Bench shows on YouTube.com/ETB Network, and make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Nick DMart, Ben at Ben Kruse 90, and Tom at Thomas J. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor.
Thomas J. Albano.
Thomas J. Albano. All right. So
shout out to the 93 of you who are watching along. Already near 100 viewers in the first couple minutes of this show.
93 people. That's a pretty big crowd of people.
Definitely.
That's pretty big.
It's almost the entire fan base of a junior college.
Yeah, or like the Tampa Bay Rays.
Or the Miami Marlins.
The Miami Marlins.
Or any Florida team for that point.
Yeah, it's funny. Florida fan bases, they have like the worst fan bases in the world, it seems like, especially for baseball teams. Like you look at the Marlins, if you go to a Mets Marlins game in Miami, it's like at least 40% Met fans, because there's so many Met and Yankee fans that go to Florida, move to Florida.
I saw a photo of Game 2 in Miami's second game of the season, and it only looked like they had maybe 10,000 fans in the photo.
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever actually met a Marlins fan?
Except Marlins? Is Marlins man an exception?
Have you met Marlins man?
I have not.
Oh, no. I mean, saying, have you met one personally?
No.
Yeah, I've never, I don't know any Marlins fans. I don't know any Tampa Bay Rays fans. I don't really know fans of these teams. Like they don't. But here's the problem with Florida baseball teams is that baseball's not like football. because in football, there's a lot of out-of-market fans for certain teams. Like, you might find like a Jaguars fan outside of Jacksonville or something like that. You might find like an inexplicable Bucks fan. You don't find any like Marlins fans that are from New York or Chicago or LA or Boston. Like, you're not going to find that in baseball. But the most passionate fans, I think, are college fans. And we do have to talk about this game a little bit. Ben, as a UConn fan, he's obviously not repping that jersey by accident.
I was going to wear it regardless, but it means a little more right now.
You're going to wear it regardless. I was just going to ask you that question, actually, if you're going to wear it regardless. I respect that. Earlier in this game, it looked like look, I'm a St. John's fan, so I saw Duke. I saw Duke just beat St. John's. We could talk about that a little, but it feels outdated now. But I was actually a little bit rooting for Duke because at least then you can say St. John's lost to the champions. I'm a believer. Like, I think it's better if you lose to the champions than if you lose to a team that loses in the next round.
Well, the thing though is, are you talking about the region champ or are you talking about the champs?
No, the champs.
Okay.
Yeah, he's talking about national champions.
Like, at least you can say, oh, we lost to the like the Mets and the Dodgers. Like, the Mets lost to the Dodgers, but they ended up destroying the Yankees. So it's like, all right, we didn't do all that bad.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing here. Look, the way Duke just, I guess they showed their vulnerabilities in this game. Clearly, they were ahead by 19 points earlier in this game, and they squandered the game away.
Well, Ben, what was that stat you showed before? Teams that were up 15.
Number one seeds up by over 15 points were 134-0. 134-0, and that Duke team, what you want to say or not, that Duke team, I know, obviously they were in a dogfight with Siena that first game. They obviously pulled out against St. John's. They're starting five. Both Bruiser guys, Isaiah Evans, they have guys top to bottom that are basically NBA All-Americans, prospects, this and that. I mean, that's all around.
I mean, they had a fantastic starting lineup. And yet they were probably the worst playing one seed in this whole tournament.
Well, Florida, they lost.
Yeah, I was going to say Florida.
Okay, yeah.
They lost earlier.
But the fact that they Duke could have been out in the first round. They could have been the third seed in NCAA history to lose in the round of 64. Siena almost got the better of them.
I think Callan actually, a couple weeks ago before the tournament, I don't know, Nick might have been on this one. I know the other Nick was. And Callan, I think, his question, I think he was the one hosting, he said, out of all the number one seeds, this was, of course, leading up to the tournament, which number one seed had a decent chance to be knocked out early on throughout this tournament? And I think when you kind of looked at it, a lot of people say, well, potentially, Arizona, Florida, like, it was really kind of tough because every single of the number one seeds, you would think of a pretty good chance to go all the way and make a deep run out of it. I will say times for the number one seed, like, there's at least maybe one seeder here and there that's like,
I would have told you early in the season, early in the tournament, that the most vulnerable number one seed was Duke. Mainly because they had a few injuries that I think could have been very costly. I mean, Caleb Foster didn't play the first two games of the tournament, and he's their point guard. I mean, he ended up playing against St. John's, and if he didn't play against St. John's, there's a really good chance St. John's would have won that game. And not to mention, Duke is in the toughest bracket, the toughest region of the bracket. So, Duke I always thought was the most vulnerable. But I mean, I guess you could say I was a little more surprised about Florida losing to Iowa. The thing with Iowa is that they just kind of caught lightning in a bottle. Like, the reason Iowa was able to beat Florida was because they just got really hot shooting from the outside for a short period of time. They're a fairly high volume 3-point shooting team, and that's really just how they beat Florida. I thought Florida was a lot less vulnerable than Duke was for most of it. Now, the least vulnerable team, I think, is Arizona. Arizona, I think they're going all the way, and they're going to win it all again. They're going to win it all. I'm telling you.
The one thing I will say for the Florida argument, I mean, the 2 and 3 seeds right under them were Houston and Illinois. And I think that's tough competition in itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can't say that Florida, Duke being vulnerable, absolutely, but I don't think Florida was invincible. I think they had a tough road too, out of the number 1 seeds.
And Nick, I will say this, and I was going to say this regardless. Of course, as a UConn fan, of course, I'll say, of course, my piece in a little bit, but that St. John's Duke game, that St. John's effort down the stretch is pretty much is just an epitome in terms of what the Big East is all about, because they basically really could have had a good chance to knock that Duke team off as well. The Duke essentially had a couple chances. Granted, of course, they won a lot of these games, but Siena, they were up by double digits. Part of the reason why Siena didn't win was because the starting 5 pretty much played the whole entire game, and they obviously were getting tired at the end. Of course, that was going to happen.
Yeah,
and
Siena's not used to playing the level of competition like a Duke.
Right. And then the second game,
they're from the Metro Atlantic.
Yeah. And then the second game, who did Duke have in the second? Who did they have in the second game? TCU, okay.
But they beat TCU by like 30 points.
They beat it.
That was the one game they showed up.
Yeah,
St. John's, I think St. John's just ran out of gas towards the end when they were doing all the foul going back and forth.
But even when they were running out, they still like Zuby and Hopkins.
I just don't like guys was the fadeaway or jump, whatever it was towards the end. I thought that was
by Daimler. Yeah.
That was just not a smart play in that moment.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Dylan Darling shot from St. John's?
Darling, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. They were dead. Here's the thing. You were saying they ran out of gas. I don't think it's so much that they ran out of gas. I think it's more that reality hit them, which is that Duke is just a better, more talented team than St. John's.
They just executed too better down the stretch.
There's a few issues. One of the issues with St. John's is that their guard play is not good. They have good forwards, but their guards absolutely stink. And they're not all. Dylan Darling is okay, but Ian Jackson has been a disappointment for most of the season. He's been horrible. Oziah Sellers, he couldn't hit a shot to save his life. And the other guy's name, Josen Sanin, I think it's
Sanin. Yeah.
And the only guy who played decently okay was Dylan Darling, and he's not exactly that good of an outside shooter.
He's more of a facilitator, at least to me.
Right.
I don't think he's more of a scorer. Of course, he got that game-winning shot.
But those were also that's like Mook. That's a little bit like Mookie Wilson's game-winning error in the World Series. Like it was a layup, and he didn't score all game, but he was the hero. I give him credit. I'm just saying that's really just what it was.
Did you hear what he told Patino after that game was over? Which that wasn't even the play that they were apparently supposed to run. He pretty much asked Patino, "Can I run this?" After he went like over 6 from the field, and of course he went to his right hand for the layup, which is not as dominant. Of course, it just happened to be that way, but.
Yeah, well, the thing with St. John's though is, I don't really think you can say the season's a disappointment or you can't say it's a disappointment. You also can't say they exceeded expectations. Basically, they did exactly what was expected. They won the games they were supposed to win, and they lost to the team they were supposed to lose to in the Sweet 16. And that's better than they did last year, losing in the second round to Arkansas. And now the next question is, what do we do next year? And one of the questions is going to be, how do we make our guard play a little better? Because I think that's a pretty important thing. And that's been a big issue with St. John's. Bryce Hopkins he shot really well from 3 these past couple of games, which is he doesn't tend to shoot that many threes. And also Ruben Prey, he went 4 for 4. And he only played 13. He scored 12 points. All threes, and went 4 for 4 from 3, and he only played like 13 minutes. He didn't even play that much, but he was just so hot when he played.
Yeah, no, he played really good defense as well too. He made some big time plays at the end on some of that guard play. I agree with you though, Nick, for sure. I think Patino has a programmer now, and they get some guys maybe in the transfer portal in the offseason, in the NIL, where of course you could probably recruit heavily on guard play. Listen, this is a team that's given UConn problems the last several years. I know, of course, we smoked you at home, but outside of that, you've really had our number for a while. And it's just going to be, I think our 2 teams are really kind of the 2 teams that are going to be, the standard for the conference for a long period of time. And, I do agree with you that you ran into a Duke team just like for us tonight. I mean, thankfully we found a way to pull that game out of the hat, but we could have been the same way like you were, Nick, in terms of we lost. It's like, oh, we lost to Duke. All right, it's not like it's the end of the world per se. But.
Well, your game went the opposite of our game, which is that we were ahead at halftime. You guys were down big at halftime.
Getting crushed. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, no, I mean it's crazy because I was of course at work, so it was really tough for me to kind of be in the same emotion throughout the game. But I watched pretty much the hour of it during my meal break at my job from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and that pretty much was the part of the game, at least early on, where I'm like, all right, we're just getting completely outmatched. Like it's what it is. We're just getting simply outplayed. It's we're not making threes. Caravan, of course, was really cold, of course, from behind, and Braylon, of course, Terrace, of course, really was doing the best he could in the first half. Malachi, I thought, off the bench did really well, and of course, Silas Demery was playing hurt, kind of like Caleb Foster was, but Demery really kind of had to hold his own. And then I checked my phone in the second half, and all of a sudden, I see the score went from like 19 points down to like 7. I'm like, whoa, okay, all right, so we actually somehow made it a game. But I'm thinking to myself, all right, it's probably one of those where like Duke probably at the end, kind of like St. John's, where probably Duke just has too much talent, and they found a way, and then all of a sudden, with about 10 seconds left, when Duke had, was up by 2, we missed that free throw. I said, oh man, it's probably over. And then all of a sudden, I put on the game at my work, and I see the 3 that Braylon Mullins hit, and I could you not, the scream that I let out at work, it was absolutely euphoric that I had. I was disbelief. I don't know why Boozer turned that over like that. Really just had to hold on to the ball.
Yeah. Disgrace to his father.
Yeah. It was an incredible moment. And Braylon freaking Mullins, man, a freshman, to knock that down from almost, at midcourt. People are saying that could be another like Christian Laettner moment, at least that Duke had in terms of that shot that he made. But it's incredible. It's also, too, my sister's birthday today, and she was feeling like absolute crap today. So this is, of course, for you, sister. I do love you for that.
Is your sister a UConn fan?
I don't really know if she really cares.
All right, well. I don't really know if she cares, but
shout out to you anyway. This
make it feel better.
But if I sent it to her,
I didn't play the game. I was just rooting for the team, but this one's still for you.
Yeah, I mean, she had a lot of friends of hers that were UConn fans. So I mean, I bet for her friends' sake of things, maybe she'd be happy about it. But it was incredible. Everybody at my job that were fans of ours was going nuts, and it's just I'm still speechless to what's going on right now.
Speechless, without speech.
Without speech, exactly. And another thing too, just makes the cherry on top is Duke, of course, is a phenomenal program, but as a UConn fan, I cannot stand Duke. I just cannot. I don't know what it is.
My question about Duke is, are they becoming the Yankees of college basketball? I mean, they're a storied program. You can say the best. You can argue. I guess you could argue the best college basketball team in history.
I was going to say, I think honestly, there was an argument that they've already been the Yankees.
Right, but no. But the reason I'm comparing them to the Yankees is because they have an amazing history, but they haven't won in over a decade. The Yankees is 2009. The Duke it's 2015. I mean,
but that furthers my point. The parallels are there.
Yeah. There's so many parallels between the Yankees and Duke. Not to mention they kind of have similar colors and some of the same fans. Not gonna lie, some of the same fans.
And I also think too. And I want to ask
you, the Duke is also the Blue Devils, and the Yankees are called the Evil Empire. You do associate Sade with evil.
Correct.
That means that we took out the devil. No pun.
They're hateable winners. They're winners. Just like the Yankees.
Yeah. So it's gonna go down. I mean, of course, Kemba Walker, the shot that he had against Pitt, MSG, that's of course an iconic one. But you can make an argument. I mean, I want to ask you guys this, of course, from a non-UConn perspective. Would you say the shot that Braylon Mullins hit from almost half court to send this team to the Final Four is bigger than the shot that Kemba had, or do you think they're pretty much eerily similar? Kind of based on how the games pretty much were going both for those, because it pretty much was right at the buzzer. I mean, Braylon's 3 pretty much was about 0.4 seconds left, but it was very eerie similar. Also give credit to the overall deflection that Silas Demery made. I think it was either him or Solo Ball at half court that made that chance. And then for Caravan to pass that ball, he could have just chucked it up from half court too. To just give it to Braylon and have a chance. And I'm really happy for Braylon too, because he's an indie kid. And so he literally sent the UConn team to go to Indy for the Final Four. I mean, he cannot be more romantic about sports. And I'm very happy they pulled this game out. I'm going to think about this. It was almost like a dream.
I think
it's crazy.
I think this one is crazier because the Kemba Walker shot, he had a lot more time left and was dribbling and was able to hit it too. Like he was creating space against a defender and was able to hit it too. In this case, it was like this was almost half court and it was just a Hail Mary chance. Like at that point, very late in that game, it didn't look like UConn even had a chance to win. So I think this shot is actually a fair bit crazy. It's not necessarily more impressive, but I think it's just crazier.
I also want to chime in for the first time. Hello, guys. How's it going?
Hi again, Jack.
But it's also like Braylon was 0 for 4 on threes. Like he'd been bricking throughout the game.
Yeah.
But when time comes, bang. It's just like I think maybe the Kemba shot is going to be more. It's just like iconic. It was just all around. It was great. But I think situationally, like Braylon wasn't having the best game. UConn went on a crazy run at the end of the game, hits his first three, like he was 0 for 4 throughout the game, hits the big one. I mean, it's crazy. And I think how the bracket fell as well, like it's going to be a really fun Final Four, Illinois versus UConn. I know our fellow ETB guy Zambando is going to be there in person, riding and dying for Illinois.
Yeah, we get a lot of Illinois fans here. Zan, Will, we're very we're very like Chicago Big Ten sort of network, I guess.
Well, they get to have their chance to revenge on us after we beat them in the Elite Eight in Boston when we won that 31-0 run. So
I didn't think Illinois would have made it this far either. Like I think they're playing their best basketball right now, which is cool. But UConn didn't want to change the content or the subject. UConn playing some great basketball too.
No,
the only thing I hate is Dan Hurley drives me up a wall. I love
Dan Hurley used to be a history teacher.
You can definitely see that.
He was a
he seriously was though.
Imagine fire inside him burning.
Imagine you go to school and your history teacher is just Danny Hurley.
Man.
I wonder if he could teach history as good as he could coach basketball.
Well, I mean, listen. Speaking of Dan,
he's probably happier coaching basketball. Let's be real.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I know you're a teacher. I don't know if you teach history.
No, English.
Regardless if you guys hate UConn or not, in terms of Hurley or not, Hurley has now made the last 3 or 4 Final Four appearances just to get to that in general.
Phenomenal coach. It's just like the same thing as being like, oh, I don't really like LeBron.
Which
I like him more as an elder.
Yeah.
But it's like he is one, if not the GOAT, one of two. You know what I mean? It's like Dan Hurley. He's cementing himself as one of the best.
Danny Hurley's the GOAT of active coaches. I don't think there's any dispute about that.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Almost the Lakers. The Lakers tried to get him up.
Well, I was.
Yeah, remember that? I remember.
That would have been drove me nuts.
But imagine if that had happened. I feel like there's a good chance Danny Hurley might not even be there anymore.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the college to NBA, it's just different. You're coaching, developing people still into grown men.
And also,
just because
Caravan, who's one of still like our last guys as a senior, who knows if he would have came back for a final year if Hurley left? Because probably a lot of guys. I mean, Silas, of course, was a transfer from Rutgers. Hurley is just obviously the mainstay in terms of the overall engine that runs the program. So I don't know what the program would have been if Hurley didn't leave. I don't even want to think about it, to be honest.
Yeah, no, just because you make a good coach, or a great coach, I should say, on the college basketball level does not mean you're going to be a great coach on the NBA level.
Yeah,
it's like what we talk about with people going to other positions. Like just because you were a great player doesn't mean you'll be a great coach.
Okay.
Just because you're a great coach doesn't mean you're going to be a great front office executive.
Right. Yeah, Josh McDaniels. He's not a great head coach, but he's a phenomenal offensive mind.
Big Bill.
Phil Jackson's a good example of that.
That's exactly where I was going with this.
He's a great coach who was a terrible executive, and people assumed he'd be a good executive because he was a good head coach. Instead, he was all obsessed with the triangle offense. And that way, he was just totally obsessed with it. And then,
don't trigger me with that experience again, Nick.
Well, I can trigger you with some other experiences, like Derek Fisher with Matt Barnes' ex-wife.
Oh,
God.
That was pretty unbelievable.
I can just picture right now, in mid-2010s, just a really quiet Madison Square Garden enduring another Knicks loss. And the only thing you can hear are a few fans from like one of the top rows of MSG yell, "Fire Fisher."
Yeah, those were rough times. Those were really rough times. All right, Tom Izzo was actually asked about retirement, and here's what he said.
I don't know. I'm feeling good. We'll talk about retirement. Why? The hell am I going to do? You know, I was, the minute I don't feel good, the minute I don't feel like I'm giving my AD or president or school every ounce of energy I have every day, or that energy drops, you don't have to worry about it. I don't steal money. I won't steal anybody's time. But it's sure as hell not going to be now. I got some things to accomplish. I'm going to make damn sure that I said a couple years ago that I'll find a way to get back there. We've knocked on the door twice. We haven't gotten back. We'll get back.
All right. So I think it's kind of a stupid question to ask because there's never like, he at no point did he ever hint at retiring. He's just older. He's 71.
Because he's old. I'm a big Tom Izzo guy. I hate Michigan State, but I love Tom Izzo.
How do you hate Michigan State and love Tom Izzo? That's like saying I hate the Patriots but love Belichick.
See, it's like, I'll give you the right example. It's like I'm a diehard Bears fan. I hate the Packers, but I like their players. It's just the principle they stand on.
Which players on the Packers do you like?
I mean, I like basically all. Like, there's not one guy on the Packers where I'm like, oh, fuck that guy, he sucks. But it's just like, as an organization, I can't like them. I'm a Badger fan, so the rest of the Big Ten, I'm like, Michigan State beats the heck out of us every year. Not fun. But Tom Izzo, he's a cool guy. So,
well, Tom Izzo, he's they asked. I mean, he's one of an all-time great coach, and he's a little older, so I guess that's why they asked him. But being a 71-year-old college basketball coach isn't even really like that old anymore. It just seems a bit more common. Like he hasn't made the wait, let me just I'm just looking for Final Four appearances. Michigan State hasn't made the Final Four in wait. When's the last time Michigan State made the Final Four? Was it in like 2000?
Check right now. Let's see.
Or what? Wait, how long ago was it? Oh, that's right. They lost to Duke in 20. Yeah, it's
2019.
Yeah, the last time they won was in 2000. Yeah, 2019. Yeah, in 2015 when they lost to Duke, that was a big one. I remember I was in the Bahamas for the 2015 Final Four, and I placed a bet on Travis Trice hitting more than 1.5 threes. And I don't know if you guys remember Travis Trice. He was almost like a Trae Young type of player on Michigan.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was a guard, right?
Yeah, really good 3-point shooter. And I was like, oh, this is an easy bet. Sure enough, he only hit 1 3. Yeah, so but
2019, the Cassius Winston year.
Cassius Winston, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember our high school our basketball team in high school went to state, and it was during March Madness. And I remember it was us, Fenwick, and another high school that was there. There were 4 teams, and 3 of us were all in this one room together watching that game. It was Michigan State versus Duke? No, Texas Tech. That's what it was. And there were so many Michigan State fans. But I just remember that year Cassius Winston was awesome. But, man, I don't know what they have to do. I do understand when they start asking, though. It's like, man, the Final Four is like making what would you say the equivalent of the Final Four is? Like, I feel like making the Final Four is a huge deal. Where it's like the Elite Eight's like it's like a different tier.
Well, of course it is. I mean, one's a step above the other.
No, I know, but I'm saying it's like I feel like each weekend is like a different tier. It's like 16-8, you're probably the same. 4-1, oh, you were one game away, like you're still right there. Where like I feel like with them not making the Final Four for 7 years now, I can see how the reporters are like, okay, you're getting older, you might be losing a step. Is Michigan State going to fire you? Are you going to resign? Now, do I think Tom Izzo ever gets fired by Michigan State? Absolutely not. It's the same thing when Greg Popovich was like he was having his health problems and they were losing.
I really don't.
We're not going to fire him.
Michigan State, with what Tom Izzo has done ever since he's first gotten to the program and everything to now, they don't have a reason to fire him. They don't.
No.
Has he had a bad season? I mean, maybe in their eyes of, where Michigan State goes, but it's like Michigan State is an all-time successful program under him.
And they're never really the best team, but they're always contenders every year.
Right.
Like there's always a chance every year that Michigan State can actually win it all.
And here's the thing. It's like, okay, if let's say they wanted to get rid of Tom Izzo because they want somebody who they're more confident to get over the hump. Who is out there? Who can you get to replace him?
Hubert
everything
Davis.
that he's done.
I feel like they're the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills. They're always knocking on the door. Just
Nick, did you just say Hubert Davis?
Yeah, I did. I was joking. Actually, I don't really think there's anybody other than maybe Rick Pitino, which I don't know. He hasn't gotten over the hump at St. John, so who knows?
Right, but now he just also signed an extension.
Right, exactly. So, there's really probably nobody. Also, Michigan State, they also have a football program that is completely trash every single year. So if you compare the two, it's like, well, the basketball is far better than the football. Like you can see how things can go if you don't end up hiring a good coach, which is exactly what happened with Michigan State football. I don't know if you guys saw, I want to talk about this between the Illinois and Iowa game, the broken horn. The game was delayed because the horn wouldn't stop. I feel like this is just another technical issue that just got unlocked.
Is there like a video to see that for Nick that you have?
I have the audio. We can't play the video because of copyright concerns.
Yeah, the NCAA has been hitting home on a lot of platforms.
This isn't even the first time. Remember the Pac-12 championships with the freaking glass floor? They had a horn problem too. So yep. I was at DraftKings Wrigleyville for this game, and very, very heavy Illinois and Purdue fan base. The Illinois thing, the whole time, and people were like, "What is going on? What is going on?" Like, I don't know what was like happening at the arena, but if I was there and the horn was going on for 11 minutes, I'd start getting a little pissed.
Yeah. Well. Like, I don't know. It's not something I've ever seen happen in the NBA because a horn was broken. Here's what happened. I have the audio of it.
We got a horn issue, and there's nothing more painful than that. It all comes down to this, the final shot to make it on the U.S. team roster on March 31st at 7, make it 6 p.m. Eastern. The U.S. men's national team will face Portugal in a must-see matchup on TNT, True TV, and HBO Max. Surely there's a way to unplug this. Surely there's a horn expert somewhere in this building.
Well, this is where the players, you have got to mentally
That's
stay
awesome.
locked in. You have this disruption.
Weird, right?
It is a weird time on the floor, and it's unexpected, but you've got to stay loose, and you've got to be ready that when we finally do turn this thing off, that we can get back to playing at a high level.
That's right. Cover your ears. Hide your eyes. The horn will not shut off.
As tough as that is, just for Kevin Harlan to broadcast us that during that just makes it even better. I
love Kevin Harlan. He makes the best of all situations.
That was incredible. Just great commentating.
By the way, I do have a correction for you. back in February, you say you don't really see this in the NBA, but in February, or it was just last month, we had the Cavs-Pistons game where there was that 11-minute delay.
Was that
The Cavs Pistons game? 11-minute delay. Wow.
Yeah.
Because of the horn?
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Basketball is becoming very horny.
Yeah, another 11-minute delay. I think weird coincidence.
Yeah. It would make more sense if that happened during a Rockets game because of Ime Udoka.
Oh man. Jeez.
Thank you to those who are commenting. By the way, make sure to if you want to get involved in the conversation, whether March Madness or anything else, leave a comment.
Yeah, there was an 11-minute delay to get the malfunction fixed. And yeah, interesting. How does this keep happening where a horn just doesn't stop going off? You'd think they'd have you think they'd know how to like work this technology.
You think?
I don't think that's ever I don't think anything like that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other sport that could happen in, but really there's no other sport like in football. How would that happen? I don't think there's any way. It sounds like something that would happen in like a high school game.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe, pardon me, maybe in hockey at the end of the period.
I was going to say hockey.
Yeah, hockey. I never thought of hockey.
Yeah.
Or
oh yeah, I saw this too. They unplugged the horn and the horn was still going.
Of course they unplugged and replugged it. That's everybody's idea.
Did you turn it off and on again?
Too bad we can't do that with people. Like somebody's dying of a terminal illness, just unplug them and put them back in.
I was thinking about UConn today at the first half today. Can you unplug them and plug them back in? Apparently you're able to plug it back in.
That worked. Sometimes it works in basketball. And sometimes at halftime, especially when your head coach is Danny Hurley, it works.
Right.
Or it's like in video game, the old video games with the cartridges where you got to blow into the cartridge.
Yeah, well, that's a little before my time, but yeah, that's.
Screw you.
I mean, yeah. So can we get into this? See, I'm not the only one who remembers it. 4 game turning off the system, blowing into the bottom of it to make it work. Yeah. I don't know. I was never much of a video game player growing up. I guess that's the reason why. So can we talk about Tiger Woods?
Yeah.
Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI. I don't know if Tiger Woods' lawyer told him that driving under the influence is illegal. He might not know that.
A lion would never drive under the influence.
Oh, you saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a silly guy. Legit billionaire. Could have a full-time driver, literally live with him if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he just does it. He likes doing it.
Yeah, he does it for the love of the game. He doesn't need to anymore.
I mean,
I want to go fast.
I mean, maybe he just loves to drive, but maybe I shouldn't be making fun of, kind of issues that he's having here. But I hear something like this, and this is the 4th time something like this has happened. And all I can think is,
dumbass. Wait, he's been in 4 of them.
Well, there was one in 2017 that happened, and there was one in 2021.
There was one. Didn't he hit a freaking crash in a bush or something, or a big ass one of them?
I think he crashed into a tree one time. Wait, let me look up.
A tree. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Tiger Woods' history of car accidents.
Driving his reputation. Yeah, no pun intended there.
Yeah, the New York Times has one where he says so, and it always seems to happen in Florida. Tiger hits a fire hydrant in 2009, but I think that might have been when his wife was chasing him. I
like to joke that with that first one, because of the timing of everything, he hit a tree and a bunch of women fell out.
That was one. In 2009 he hit a hydrant, and in 2017, that's right. In 2017 he was found asleep.
I remember the 2017 one because it birthed the meme of it's like two faces, and it's like Tiger all clean shaven and young, looking happy and everything, and then it's his mugshot where he just looks tired and absolutely miserable.
Yep.
I remember because there were like memes of it, like journalists in their byline versus journalists in real life.
Or it would be like a picture of like Russell Wilson if he has a bad game, and it would be the picture of Tiger Woods' mugshot.
Oh my God. I forgot about those.
Yeah. What he said was he was on so he pleaded guilty to reckless driving, but it was due to an unexpected reaction due to multiple prescription drugs in his system at once, including Vicodin, Dilaudid, I don't know how you say that. Dilaudid, Xanax, Ambien, and THC. He said he was self-medicating for pain following his spinal fusion in April 2017. Oh my God. On crack. And then he had one in LA.
That dude took the freaking super syrup.
Well,
yeah,
Stephen A has some other advice for something like that.
Stay off the weed.
No.
That's a great line. Tiger Woods is driving his reputation off
a cliff.
So true.
And thanks, Callan. Yeah, thanks.
I do gotta say, Woods games just forever have been so funny. It's like, I wondered why my grandma didn't like Tiger Woods growing up, and he just turned out to be a chill guy. And now, like later, it's just like, oh, not such a chill guy. Loves driving real fast.
I mean, he might be a chill guy.
He could still be a chill guy, honestly. He's just.
I thought I was a bad driver.
Is Tiger the new Jordan meme?
No. I don't think it'll ever catch on like that. But the consequences of what is TGL?
It's the indoor golf league that's been going on with all the different PGA golfers. There's like they'll
distance themselves.
How does golf handle these types of things? Like if he was a football player, he'd get suspended. I don't know how it works in golf.
Does he just not compete for a little while?
I guess.
I feel like that they suspended because he's had some past history.
But isn't there a protocol for personal conduct? They don't just suspend you on a whim. There has to be some rules involved.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? And I know golf is the kind of sport where you never really retire. And I know golf is a sport that you could just play into your freaking 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods should have retired after winning the 2019 Masters. He had the storybook perfect ending right there.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Former Michigan State legend and former Bulls player Denzel Valentine is coming out as a rapper named Rockstar Zelly. He has dropped his first music clip.
Denzel Valentine?
Denzel Valentine.
He's a rapper?
What the
His name now is Rockstar Zelly. I don't know if we can play it due to copyright.
I gotta hear that. I gotta hear this at some point. Wow.
Hold on. I'm gonna mute and listen to see that. I'll give you a
Tiger has had 4 DUIs and hasn't been disciplined yet, and he isn't part of the PGA Tour at this point, which he shouldn't be. Also, he's one of the owners of the TJL, so no rules, just a slap on the wrist. I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was too focused on Rockstar Zelly.
Getting back to you, it's high. Rockstar.
I'm sorry, Tom. Did you show those comments yet?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. So yeah, he had 4 DUIs and hadn't been disciplined yet, and he isn't a part of the PGA Tour at this point. And he's one of the. So he's not gonna. So as an owner,
he makes the rules.
Yeah, I see.
So he gets a jail free.
You know what? DUI. Those are all right. You can get a couple of those.
Yeah, I'll just keep getting crashes. I'm an owner. I don't care. I'll be all right.
The limit's 3. Tiger, you just got your 4th one. The limit's 4. He's just gonna keep doing that every time.
The term "the limit" does not exist. That's just
The limit does not exist.
That's just Tiger Woods just driving at an all-time every single year. Yeah. Hello. I'll be getting.
What is the similarity between calculus and Tiger Woods? The limit does not exist.
That was a teacher joke right there.
What?
I said that was a teacher joke right there.
And I'm not even a math teacher.
Yeah. Well, Tiger. The thing with like all of these professional athletes that are caught like drunk driving, they have the easiest. Like Tiger Woods, I'm sure has his own driver, or at least can afford his own driver.
I was gonna say, like, how I have my own driver. You know
how much
what
money Tiger Woods has? Like, why are you driving?
And I have someone pick me up at my front door and bring me where I want to go. You're telling me Tiger Woods doesn't have a 20 on him? Mm-hmm. He can't. Worst case scenario, he can have a driver pull up in a Rolls Royce driving around. But you're telling me when you're messed up and you're like, I want to drive, I want to do that. It's like, pay $25, get an Uber. They'll get you wherever you need to go. Get a driver. He's crazy. I'm like, if I can afford a driver, I know these people can. Quit doing this.
You really need to be in good shape to be a good golfer.
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
I do play golf. And
the only reason
I was going to say, it depends on who you ask.
Ask Henry Ruggs. I knew somebody was going to bring up Henry Ruggs.
Listen, I don't want to say
somebody offers him a contract again, I'm going to be sick to my stomach.
He has to get out of prison first.
And he might go back to playing again, which is crazy.
I don't want to defend the guy, but I had a rental car. I had a little rental electric car the last time I was in Vegas. At night, those roads they start whispering to you like the Green Goblin mask, like go fast.
No, I'm sorry, and I'll say this right now: if the Giants sign him, I'm gonna question.
No, I don't think he's coming back. But I'm saying he should have got a driver, but. I don't know. He's crazy. He's
right. Well, here's the thing with sports is that you don't need to be in shape necessarily to excel at them. You need to be in good enough shape for whatever you're doing. But look how many fat baseball players we've seen. Look at Prince Fielder and Pablo Sandoval, some really good baseball players.
Colon.
He's fat.
Yeah, Bartolo Colon, CC Sabathia.
He's fat.
Cecil Fielder.
Glenn Davis.
He's fat.
Raymond Felton.
Raymond Felton, yes.
James Harden.
Glenn Davis.
Oh, super fat. Wait.
Here's one we forgot. Luca.
Pre-divorce.
Luca pre-divorce. Luca's been amazing post-divorce. NBA players need to get divorced more often.
Dude. Man, if I'm so Luca, that guy, the second that shit happened, he's like, you know what? I'm losing 40 pounds. I'm going to average 40 points for 3 weeks straight.
When you played my Celtics in the finals, I'm like, bro, this guy's a freaking like.
Look, these are things I don't know about. I don't know much about golf. I think it's very boring to watch. I don't get the appeal of it.
It's not for everybody. I like it, but it's not for everybody. I understand.
It's not that I don't like golf per se. It's just like I don't like watching it. I
don't blame you. It's not for everybody. I like to watch them play, but that's for some people.
Well, there was somebody who was actually very upset about Tiger Woods. The guy named, I think his name is David Rappaport.
David Rappaport
from Barstool.
He no relation to Ian.
He's or am I getting his name wrong?
Danny Rappaport.
Danny Rappaport. I'm sorry. I got another D name. Close enough. Yeah, and I think he used to be at Barstool. Here's what he.
But by the way, yeah, this is golf.
Would you play mini golf after a round of beers, DiMart? No, because I don't drink beer.
See, mini golf, and top golf is more my speed.
But I would. I would play.
Let me ask Callan, how much would you pay to see to see Nick play around the mini golf after drinking at least one beer.
Okay, if drinking, I would play mini golf after drinking. I'm just saying I would never. It wouldn't be beer. I'm being a little bit of a wise ass right now. Yes, I would. I would, as long as I don't have to worry about driving home.
Yeah.
In fact, that's one of the few ways you can get me to enjoy mini golf, because mini golf is like, I don't know, it's kind of something you have to do it drunk.
Or like karaoke.
I'd pay for his tab. I think he meant to say I'd pay for his tab.
For,
well, I'd really appreciate that. The next time I'm in San Diego, we can set that up.
Let's go.
Yeah, so here's Danny Rappaport talking about Tiger Woods.
All right, just woke up in Japan, another Tiger Woods car accident. Pretty awful news to wake up to. First, most important thing, it seems like everyone's okay. That's obviously number one. It's just really sad. You know, taking off the journalist hat a little bit, I think a lot of us, you know, grew up idolizing this guy, and this is not what we want to see him in the news for. The fact that his body's in this condition, the fact that he continues to, you know, put himself behind the wheel, it seems like in you know, in circumstances like this. You know, he seemed so good at TGL just a couple weeks ago, happy and engaged, you know, and I think we all just want to see Tiger happy and well. He's provided us with so many incredible moments and memories, and yeah, it's just a huge bummer. It's just really, really sad.
Yeah. So
he made it seem like, I mean, obviously I understand, of course, what he's going with. Like, no, exactly. It seemed like, you know, it was like a funeral going on with the way he was talking.
he didn't die, and it's also self-inflicted. It's his fault that this happened. Nobody made him flip the car over.
No, for real.
And how many times does this have to happen before he actually learns? I mean, like, if I feel like at some point you would think that getting arrested, at that point you'd be like, all right, I'm going to get my shit together. This isn't going to happen again. But it just keeps happening.
I'm a dumbass.
I think that's typical, though. I feel like when you do, I don't want to call him an alcoholic, but it's like if this keeps happening, it's like he keeps having drinking, he keeps driving. It's a vicious cycle of being, okay, this happens, it's bad, I get better, you're better for a couple months, you have a beer, you have a couple beers, you have a lot of beers, oh, I'm going in the car. Yeah, so wait, hold on. He
apparently had drugs in his system. It wasn't alcohol.
Yeah. Let's see. Tiger.
Stay off the weed.
I don't think it was just weed.
No, but I think, but it's the principle of the sound effect.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's just weed. I think it's a whole cocktail. It ultimately, look, it doesn't matter what it was. He's still driving drunk, high. He's
under the influence.
Under influence.
Right. I don't think it even matters legally. It's just, it's obviously, there's obviously
it's a stupid decision.
Right.
It's a stupid decision. And here's Danny Rappaport crying about
Emotional damage.
But I mean, like, why would you be crying for that guy? Like he did it himself. And I don't know. Look, I don't think there's any evidence that he's an alcoholic, because I don't think this involved alcohol. I thought he refused a breathalyzer, if I'm not mistaken. Did he refuse it?
I think he did a breathalyzer, but he refused a urine test.
Oh, okay. So he didn't have any alcohol in his system, but refused the urine test.
I was just using alcohol as an example. I'm saying for everything. Like in the last DUI 7 or 10 years ago now, 9 years ago, like it was Vicodin, Dilaudid, Xanax, Ambien. Like it's been a cocktail of stuff. Tiger likes his substances.
Yeah, he's substance tiger. He's yeah, no, that's true. From my understanding though, yeah, I guess he blew it. Yeah, he blew a 0 on the breath. At first, I thought that he turned down, that he refused the breathalyzer, which you're allowed to do. You don't have to do any of it. They can't. I don't know how it works exactly, but I don't think they can use that against you in court if you just choose not to do the breathalyzer. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how that works. But when is the next tournament that he's supposed to play in?
Well, the Masters is coming up.
The Masters.
That would be in a couple weeks. April
9th.
It's the 9th, right?
Yeah.
His status for the Masters might be in doubt.
No, I think it will be in doubt by that point.
He just played in the TGL finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. Did he have to do a field sobriety test? I don't know. How do those field sobriety tests? Is it true that they make you say the alphabet backwards?
It's up to the guy's discretion. He can make you walk in a straight line. He can make you touch your nose and do stuff. He could be like, say the alphabet backwards.
It's the officer's discretion.
Yeah, like
I feel like
counting backwards from W, like stuff like that.
I feel like walking in a straight line is a lot easier than saying the alphabet backwards.
I agree.
Like, who knows the alphabet backwards? Unless you
try right now.
You have to study for it.
Z-Y-X-C-U-T-P-P. I can't do it.
Well, I think
WVUTSR-QPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
Let's go.
Wow. That was impressive.
But now Tom do that 5 times fast.
Well, now you can do that now you can practice for your field sobriety test. Now you can drive drunk all you want.
No, it's not a dumbass like Tiger Woods.
Well, maybe he'd be better off if he memorized the alphabet backwards. Usually it's walking in a straight line. What day is it? Yes, very good.
Well done, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be right back.
I'll let to the Giants when the Giants start sucking it during football season. Just say, oh, you know what? It's to start the letters backwards.
Yeah, so I guess there wasn't any alcohol involved. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Can we talk about MLB Opening Night on Netflix? People are mad about MLB Opening Night being on Netflix.
Yes, of course.
I guess on some level, I know Nick Morgeson, who's watching right now, boycotted the opening, boycotted the Yankee game, the opening Yankee game, because the game is on Netflix and not on Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The way I see it is that I'm not necessarily a fan of the streaming services because sometimes you got to flip back and forth between it's a pain in the ass sometimes. The other thing is that I guess it's just the way the market is changing in a sense. Mm-hmm. And I also accept that on some level because look, screw Netflix and the comedian BS during the Yankee game. Wait, what is he talking about, the comedian BS? Oh, is he talking about Bert Kreischer?
It was a stuff before the game, too.
Bert Kreischer. They had a bunch of Netflix celebs. WWE was there.
Yeah, stupid.
It was all a big promotion for Netflix. Now, was I a fan of it? No. But you know what? This reminds me. I don't know if you know, Ben, but Nick D, you probably really know what I'm talking about. It was on First Take last week. Mad Dog's whole rant about how the Yankee opening night game was on Netflix and how the Met opening day game was on NBC and Peacock.
Yeah. I think so.
And it's like, look, I get it because you're obviously going to want to be on your home system, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But one, like Nick said, the markets are changing. Streaming is the in thing right now. And number two, the big games are obviously going to be taken up by these national platforms. Like the Yankees, big market team, playing the Giants, big market team, history within those two franchises. Obviously, that's a game that's going to be taken. The Mets playing the Pirates. Now, the Pirates you can have or take, but
Skeens. That's the name.
Yeah,
that's the name.
Like that's just how it goes. And number three, if we're talking about the support of RSNs, I like my RSNs, I like SNY, I like the S Network, but we've seen it throughout the rest of Major League Baseball across the country. A lot of the RSNs are failing.
And also, it's not like you don't have 161 other games to watch on the S Network or SNY. Like, it's not like baseball season is so long, they play 162 games. It's not the end of the world to me if there's a game that's on streaming services. My biggest, like, the thing, what you have to understand is that they ultimately have to make money. Major League Baseball, the teams, they all have to make money, and streaming services are a way to make money. If they weren't making money, they wouldn't be doing it. So, and that's where they can reach a bigger audience in some sense, because a lot of people are cutting cable, but I know more people who have Netflix than have cable. So, like,
Nick, you know who's about to cut cable?
You?
Yeah. Once I move into my new apartment next month, I'm cutting cable.
I'm considering cutting cable too, because look, first of all, I hardly even have time to watch TV anymore. I don't. Yeah. And the thing with cable is that, like, you're paying for what you're not even watching. Like, most of what you're paying for, it's just not even worth it.
I used to have DirecTV, and like DirecTV always had like extra stuff like throughout the package, like movies and like HBO and shit. Like, I don't have the time to like pay for all that.
I'm not going to watch Apple TV.
I don't like MLB on Apple TV. Here's my issue with the Apple TV thing. I think the broadcast quality sucks. I think that's my biggest issue.
I don't like it either.
That's my biggest issue is that the broadcast quality sucks. My issue is not as much that they put a game on Apple TV. Like, I'm okay with them feeling it out with the streaming services a little bit, because people are cutting cable, and it's not as profitable anymore for teams for games to be shown on cable anymore. So I understand that on some level.
Yeah, I talked about that calendar, and
I'm with you on that. That's ridiculous.
That was bad.
Those get the chance to watch it. I put, because we were talking about that on the show for Interview Saga this past week. And Ryan, actually, shout out to you, Ryan, made a massive rant when it came down to Netflix stuff, and I totally agreed with him. And then I found out about what Calvin was mentioning about how they had a lot of interruptions with stuff. I want to ask you guys this really quickly: are you for or against in-manager interviews during games? Because there are a lot of people that hate it. Some people are like, whatever with it. I don't like it, but that's just me.
I don't like it. Unless it's an exhibition game, unless it's like an all-star game or something like that. No.
Spring training, yeah.
Spring training, that's fine. Games that don't count, fine. But that should not be happening during a game, no.
World Baseball Classic, they had it going on the whole time. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, yeah.
I'm kind of split on it. I might have a little bit of bias, because when I was a college baseball commentator, we did do manager interviews during
I did that stuff. I was a PA. I was doing radio stuff for my college and stuff. Like, I respect in terms of how they do it, but I feel like there's a lot of times that kind of just, you don't need that extra stuff with it on top of what already the broadcasting, of course, happens.
Yeah, see, the one going to Callan's point, and I'll talk about it more when we talk about the Larry David commercial, but the one gripe and thing that I'm not looking forward to when cutting cable is maybe the pricing of the Gotham Sports app.
How much is it?
Yeah.
Hold on one sec.
So I
don't. Well, what I can't say about the Gotham app is that you get all the New York teams, but you don't get the Mets.
$35 a month for $300 a year.
Damn.
Yeah. Is that even worth it?
So I actually got two things I want to say, and this is, of course, talking the streaming discussion. So I actually was away in DC seeing a college friend of mine, and we got into a conversation. We were actually on the way to the Wizards and Pistons game. For some reason we got this conversation, and I asked my guys. I asked his name is Austin. I said, Austin. I said, so just out of curiosity, what streaming services do you use on your phone? And he's like, well, he's just like, at least I have a couple of them. He's like, I have Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, I got Paramount. And I asked him, I said, how much really are you paying per like month? How like annual, because like I want to kind of consider like you don't need cable really anymore for a lot of things that you really watch. It really just kind of got in terms of a society in which it's just different, and there's no need for TV, stream, stuff if you could just put it on your phone and on your laptop and everywhere.
The one thing I will say about the idea of boycotting, I mean, I'm going to watch things even if they're on the streaming platforms because I'm taking all the baseball I can in this season because I'm mentally preparing myself that we're not having any baseball next season.
You know what they should do, and I want to say this to baseball, that to anybody, if we're gonna have no baseball next year, they should at least give people a free full season of the following baseball year after we have to sit through the whole lockout. I know it won't happen.
But what do you mean a free full season?
Like for people to actually watch MLB TV and shit.
Oh, you mean ESPN? Remember, MLB TV is under ESPN now.
Yeah.
Right. They should, for the first couple, I won't be for everybody, but I'd say for the first couple people, like it's something, it might be like a promotion or something. Like the first couple, whatever, after you're going through the whole lockout, you'd be able to watch MLB TV/ESPN for like a free half season or some shit. It won't happen, but that'd be nice.
Yeah, the thing with the lockout is that, like, if there's any sport that here's the issue. Here's the issue with a baseball lockout.
They can't afford a lockout. It's MLB, yeah.
Well, no, I wasn't even going to say that because I don't really care about the leagues per se. It was just more for us. The problem with an MLB lockout is that in the middle of like July and August where there's nothing going on, well, we have no sports to watch at all other than tennis, which, I mean, I love watching tennis, but it's not on. Like it's not necessarily an everyday thing unless there's a tournament going on. Like we're not going to have any.
Like COVID, we're going to get started into like COVID stuff all over again, where we had to like grudge, we had to like hold on to something.
Yeah, and I wasn't podcasting at the time, and I don't know what I would have talked about if I was around then during COVID when there was no sports going on. Like, what is there to talk about? What are they going to talk about on FAN? How are they going to talk about the Mets and Yankees bullpens?
It'll be like COVID again.
So
Nick, UFC, baby. There's no off season.
So Nick, Tom, and Jack, you know who has a baseball podcast on this network is myself and Ryan. I don't know. Nick is already Tom. I think Nick already talked to you about how we're gonna do some stuff for next year already because we already kind of know the inevitable.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
well, what are you gonna do? Like old? Are you gonna break down like old games or something? Or are you gonna talk about
we went to some of that? But I think
the 2000 World Series.
Let's bring the XLB to life now, shall we?
You're gonna break down the A-Rod Veritek fight?
Oh man, I could.
Call it like a UFC match.
The 2016 Cubs playoff run.
That was sick.
Well, Jack, you weren't here most. What's your take on MLB putting opening day on Netflix?
I think the streaming services are like a great thing and a terrible thing all at the same time for me. We're like, I feel like Netflix, especially Hulu, Paramount, they're targeting sports now. Where with Netflix, having it be on Netflix is like people around the globe can watch it. So they're doing it's the same thing NBA's doing. Where I don't know if they've been on Netflix yet, but it's like the same thing NFL's doing, where they go on Prime. Everybody who has Prime can watch it. Where they're going to Spain, they're going to Brazil, where everybody's trying to get that bigger world audience. And I think baseball's doing the same thing now because of the Olympics and the World Baseball Classic. A bunch of people watching, but I hate it as a viewer because it's like on cable you had one pass that you paid a set amount for and you could watch every game, and now the baseball TV rights deals don't even get me started. I hate it. But it's just like, I think it's just like you have to pay for more and more every time. But I think in the long run for everybody globally, it's good.
That's fair.
Well, I think right now, I would say that it's still sports is in a little bit of a transition phase where it went from everything is on cable to like this sort of middle grounds where everything is like, but some of it's on cable and some of it is on streaming services. I think one day there will be a way where everything will be on streaming services and you'll be able to flip between different streaming services easily. So you could watch, say, an NFL game on Netflix to an
Time
NBA
is a
game.
flat circle. The streamers,
Yeah.
time is just a flat circle. The streamers are just going to become the cable.
Well, speaking of time as a flat circle, look at this fact from Callan. 10th time since 1972 there would be a lockout or strike in baseball.
That's crazy.
Yeah, well, because there was one in basketball 12 or 13 years ago.
2011, because the 11-12 season started on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Which is when I think basketball season should start, but they're not going to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what? There's the new game that's coming out in July. Why the hell not?
I think that's perfect timing, Tom. Me, Ryan, and David, backyard baseball tournament.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think it will. I think ultimately the streaming services will just be the new cable. I just hope it becomes a little easier to navigate because these streaming services, especially for like older fans who are not used to streaming services, it's just impossible to navigate for a lot of them. But look, everybody I know has Netflix and everything is on Netflix. Even podcasts are on Netflix. Like at a certain point, it's like maybe Netflix is more the norm than cable is. Like that reaches more people.
Yeah.
At some
honestly.
point. Like, speaking of which, I want to talk about this Larry David commercial that he did with Michael Kay. It's only a minute long, so we'll play the whole thing.
Larry?
Hey, Michael. I'm trying to get the Yankee game. How do I get it?
Larry, the game's about to start.
Yeah, I know. I want to watch it, and I can't get it.
It's easy. There's nothing to it.
Maybe for you, but I have trouble with this stuff.
Just say into the remote, watch the Yankees on Yes Network.
I'm talking to the remote. I sound like an idiot.
Well, then you're not going to be able to watch the game.
All right, fine. Okay, I won't watch it. I'll play Mahjong. I don't care.
You play Mahjong?
Wait, what?
Go for Mahjong.
Listen, here's what you need to do. Hold up your remote to the phone.
Hold up the remote to the phone.
Watch the Yankees on Yes Network.
Hey, it's coming on. You did it.
Huh.
There's a game tomorrow. Can I call you?
I'm not doing it again, Larry. Goodbye.
Michael, wait a second. I need 10 tickets for next Friday. Hey, Michael. Michael.
Say yes to the best Yankees coverage on Yes Network.
Larry David is.
Wait, Nick, when was this commercial, by the way? Because
recent.
Came out. Okay.
That's a great Curb scenario right there. Him calling Michael Kay to just to ask about how to turn the game on. Yes. I mean, the only issue with this commercial, honestly, is that yes, Network that desperate for attention that they need Larry David. Okay, here's the thing though. The commercial was a good commercial. It's funny. It's very it's a very Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm type of scenario.
But to the point where Nick was, it's not accurate.
No, it's not accurate. That's the problem. The problem is that would only make sense if it was a streaming service. And I don't think Larry David would write, it seems like a Larry David thing, but he wouldn't write this into Curb because it's easy to find the Yes Network.
Right. But it's like, what Saturday night game is going to Fox? What Sunday night game is going over to NBC Peacock? What Friday night game is going to Apple TV? Is, I don't know, ESPN or FS1 taking a game here or there? Not all of the Yankee games are on Yes. And obviously there's the Gotham app. And the thing is, there were a number of spring training games. Now you could say it's just spring training, but people want to get their Yankee fix. You have to go exclusively to the Gotham app.
Really quick, guys, because we really haven't talked about. What did you think of the NBC production from the Mets Pirates game? I thought it was actually not bad.
Of the Mets Pirates game?
Yeah, the production that the NBC
today.
No, the game on
Thursday.
on opening day for the Mets?
I didn't get to watch it because
I didn't really get to watch much of it.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'll say because I did myself. I don't know if you guys did, but I just thought that it was so much better. And just they had a couple really cool area shots of Statue of Liberty, kind of like New York City. Like that's pretty cool to kind of have.
I love the NBC sports production. I love it for football. I loved it when they did hockey. I enjoyed the basketball presentation. I love their presentation.
Actually kind of looked like the Super Bowl scorebug, and it basically like it's the same type, but like in a baseball setting. And I thought that Fast Gershon did really well. I thought the whole entire crew did. I mean, I don't know about if Adam Ottavino. I do like Ottavino, but I don't know if he really had to be a part of like having some like the sideline stuff. But like outside of that, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really get to watch. I didn't really get a chance to watch opening day. Not much of it. I watched a little bit of the Mets Pirates game today, which they lost, but no, I didn't really get a chance to watch much of opening day. Ben, Mahjong is a high-speed strategic tile-based game, often described as a mix of rummy and poker.
I just actually had a Mahjong lesson. One of my friends, her mom won a Mahjong set in like a tutoring thing. So it was me, my friend, and about 6 60-year-old women. And I was learning Mahjong and running the table. I was having a blast. Also hilarious to be in a Larry David commercial because it's known from experience having a Jewish grandmother. They love Mahjong. Jewish women get together and start playing Mahjong. Larry David gonna go start playing Mahjong.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I liked the commercial. It's not that I didn't like the commercial. I liked it. It's just that it just wasn't relatable enough because that's not really where the confusion is. Like nobody's like, I can't find the Yankees on the Yes Network. Like nobody, like that's where it always is.
Right.
So it would be like if I said,
like your problem if you don't know it.
But the other thing is, and it goes to something I said before, maybe not so much with Yes Network or local stations here in New York, but a lot of the regional sports networks have been failing. FanDuel Sports Network just went down before, and there were 10 plus teams heading into the season where they didn't have a local channel.
Brewers, it went from Diamond Sports to the FanDuel network. Now they just went under.
So and MLB TV is producing for all those teams.
Yeah, so it's just like that's what I was saying with the broadcast deals earlier. It's like baseball is the worst. It's harder to watch baseball than any sport in the country right now, I believe.
Yeah.
You're saying just because of like the broadcast quality?
Well, not even broadcast quality. It's like there's like in Milwaukee, you can watch a Cubs game and you can watch a Twins game, but you can't watch a Brewers game unless you have a subscription.
Right.
Or if I'm in Tampa, in Clearwater, it's like I can watch I could watch a Miami game, I could watch an Atlanta game, but I can't watch a Tampa game unless I have another subscription. So it's
that's why, you know what? As much as people give the NFL crap for going into the streaming business as well, you have to appreciate what they've done in keeping most of the cable packages, the AFC or formerly the AFC and NFC split packages, to the local stations, the CBS and the Fox, have Sunday Night Football on the NBC. Like, they have done a tremendous job with that.
100%. Like, I'll say from experience with baseball, I went to school in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, pretty close to Green Bay, the Fox Valley. I could watch on YouTube TV cable. I could watch the Dodgers. I could watch the Cubs. I could watch the Twins. I could watch like 25 MLB teams that I wanted to. But if I wanted to watch a Brewers home game, I'd have to go, not on YouTube TV, I'd have to go watch Diamond Sports, or I'd have to go on to FanDuel Sports and watch it there and get a subscription. Like, it's just, baseball's terrible.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, yeah, just kind of a pain in the ass. Can we talk about Trinidad Chambliss? He was granted a year of eligibility.
Oh wow, let's go.
Yeah, you didn't hear about this?
Him. If
No,
the
I knew obviously that they of course declined, they disallowed it at least at first.
Oh, boys, just a second. A shout out to the 200 people who are watching tonight.
We hit the 200 number. Wow.
Let's go.
200. Yeah.
Huge.
It's a pretty big crowd of people. Yeah. So if you're watching and you want to comment, just leave a comment on I don't know, whatever platform you're watching on.
It could be really about anything we're talking to. It doesn't have to be exactly what we're talking about.
By selling off, yeah, because they didn't want to do the work on their own anymore. I guess that's true, but I guess it was a financial decision.
But again, I don't see them taking the in-season weekly Sunday afternoon games and moving them off the local channels like local CBS network, Fox network.
It's like if you're in Chicago, you're gonna be able to watch the Bears prime time. If you're in
Sunday night football, maybe down the road, but not the local Sunday afternoon games.
Yeah, the only one, it's like Thursday nights you need Amazon Prime. It's like, but to the NFL's credit, the Thursday night games have a lot of the time been real stinky ones. They're like, okay, you want behind the paywall?
This past year, not so
Miami
much.
Cincinnati.
This past year, it feels like maybe the last 2 years.
This was pretty good.
Yeah, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the last 2 years they've been trying to rebrand Thursday night football as like local or divisional rivalry night.
Well, I mean, look at like, arguably speaking. I mean, I of course, this is not even for my team, but you can make an argument that the best game the whole entire NFL season came on a Thursday night, and that was
Seattle Rams.
That was the Rams Seahawks game in which Seattle came down 15 points. Yep. And they had, of course, that controversial play at the end. Like, that's, of course, why you put those two type of teams on. They used to just put on random teams early on and pretty much just kind of assume, well, we're just going to have those teams just to have those teams, just to, whatever. And I don't think it really kind of too much. But
the issue with Thursday night football previously was that they never put good games on. It was like London games. Like, they never put good teams on in those. In that slot.
Jaguars, Vikings, and they're probably like, all right, it's fine, it's fine.
Well, here's the thing though. The one issue I have with the Thursday night games is the lack of rest. Like, I don't have an issue with Thursday night football. Because I want football. I want a lot of football. Like, I don't know why people complain about there being football. It's good to have something between Monday.
I love having football every day. I just feel like this year the weekday games, just even if they were rivalry games, it was just like I felt like they were duds. Like I mean, the Rams Seahawks obviously was a great game, but there was like how many of them weren't great games? Like I remember Cincinnati versus Steelers was boring until the fourth quarter. Bears Minnesota, that was the first Monday night game. I'm a huge Bears fan. That game stunk until the fourth quarter. Like it's just
Giants. I'm a Pats fan, but all in all, I mean the Giants. They were terrible. I mean, sorry, Tom, but like that game pretty much
that was Monday night football. That wasn't Thursday.
Yeah. Same thing. I'm just saying weeknights in general. I think Bears Vikings.
Yeah, because you're getting standalone games. You have to remember, football games are not all exciting. You just don't realize that because a bunch of them are on at once, and you watch.
Yeah, it's very unknown. That's very true.
No, it's not even that.
College football, like all sorts of college football games. I love college football, but all sorts of the games are terrible.
I'm not even saying that, arguing that they have to be great games, but I'm saying when it's 9-3 going into the fourth quarter.
But here's the thing, though. There's no perfect way for the NFL to really there's no way you can guarantee that you're going to get a good game. Anything can happen. Yeah. But my issue with Thursday night football is the short rest. That's the only issue I have. Instead of having teams play on Sunday and then playing on Thursday off short rest, have teams play Thursday night football off a bye week. And then it's something in the middle. You don't get 2 weeks off, but you get like 10 days off.
That's the thing with the NFL season starting on a Wednesday this upcoming year too.
Because of the fact that they're playing in Australia and have to deal with that time difference.
Right. But like
also because they start the season after Labor Day, they can't do week 1 Friday Brazil because that act is in effect. Labor Day is September 7th this year. It's the latest it can be.
I can understand.
But you're saying they can't start after Labor Day?
No, they do start after Labor Day.
Oh, okay.
So, but because Labor Day is the latest it can be, which is September 7th, it's the second Friday of the month. That act or whatever, that sports broadcasting act to protect high school and college games is in effect.
Yeah, they're going to Paris for the first time. And who are they sending to Paris?
The Browns and the Saints.
Oh,
well, the Saints might not be all that bad next year.
Right. Well, the reason they're putting the Saints there is because of the French heritage of the city of New Orleans.
Right, that makes sense. I think. I mean, the thing is, though, if you're going to play games in Europe, and if you're going to play these international games, I'd rather them send them the crappy teams. I don't want the Chiefs Bills to be in Paris. That's ridiculous.
Well, let me to answer Callan's question full. Melbourne, Australia, September 10th, 49ers Rams in Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville and the Commanders will host games in London. Jacksonville's doing Wembley and Tottenham. Washington's doing the Tottenham game. Saints versus Browns in Paris. Rio is to be announced.
Munich Jacksonville is always just a lock every year now to have international games.
I've heard rumors of the Cowboys being involved in the Rio game, but that's not confirmed. Munich is to be announced. Madrid is to be announced. Mexico City is to be announced. I've got a feeling Mexico City, it's going to be like what it was in the past before the stadium went under renovations, probably the Monday night before Thanksgiving.
I know the Raiders played there.
Yeah, I remember the 49ers playing the Monday night before Thanksgiving in Mexico City. That's probably what it's going to end up being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, I think they started that about 10 years ago.
Something like that.
We played the Raiders in Mexico. Did it? I thought we did.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I bet London. In fairness, though, I bet London could support the Jaguars better than better than Jacksonville fans can.
Not only you made that question, but the Jacksons always have their best game every single year out internationally. You might as well just make them the international Jags.
The London Silly Nannies.
The reason the Jaguars always played in London so much is because they're not a good. They usually this year they were very good. Most years are not a good team, and also they don't have the best fan base, so it's a lot less of a loss to them. Having them play in London,
right?
Like that to me just makes a lot of sense. The only thing I really don't like about the London games is that they start so early. Jags.
See, I love the morning games. You wake up on a Sunday, it's like, ooh, we're 2 minutes into the first quarter already. Let's throw this up on the TV. You got football all day, have a little break going from like 10 to noon.
Did you guys actually see? So I don't know if you guys saw. There's a rumor out there. I don't know if it's true or not that they might have a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, let's send the Jets to Baghdad.
Oh, jeez. Let's
Let's
send them to Russia.
Eventually, and then it could be a Black Friday game. So I think there's a rumor out there. Field Yates could say you could basically, technically speaking, have a whole entire week this upcoming week of Thanksgiving with all football games. Because you have Monday Night Football, then Tuesday you would have like MAC college football action or whatever, and then Wednesday you would of course have the Thanksgiving game, Thanksgiving Day, Black Friday. And then, of course, college football, their championship games, and you would go right into the following week for NFL.
But would it be the championship games, or would it be like, the rivalry games like Michigan, Ohio State, and the Iron?
Yeah, no, it would be rivalry games, but a lot of them typically are like for the championship.
Okay, fair enough.
Or the line, or the game's the line.
So, at least the NFL will be a better product to watch than watching a 17th place Tottenham Hotspur play footy right now. What is he talking about?
Soccer team.
Tottenham soccer. Yeah.
Play footy.
Oh, it's called football over there.
Oh. But yeah, I don't. So can we talk about Trinidad Chambliss? We got off track a little.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, good for him.
Is getting a 6th year of eligibility. Why? I mean, so how old is he now? He's got to be
Trinidad Chambliss.
He is 23. He's going to turn 24. He's going to turn 24 in August.
So he's going to be a 24-year-old still in college.
Yep.
I mean, shit.
But can we be fair about something?
Yeah.
For some of these athletes, with how much you can make with NIL and the transfer portal, some of them are going to have more lucrative college careers than be in the NFL early.
Right. Well, I think you also took a look at outside of Arch Manning, like who's the the bigger quarterbacks in the class that you can really think about like at the top? I mean,
Dante Moore.
You're talking about this past season?
No, I'm talking about this upcoming draft.
Oh,
Dante Moore.
Wait. Upcoming draft or upcoming college football season?
Well, both. But in terms of the upcoming draft, because if Chambliss obviously has an extra year of eligibility, of course, he'll be on the top of the top.
Well, I mean, the obvious is Fernando Mendoza's going to Las Vegas.
Yeah. Well, this is obviously this one. I'm talking about the following year.
NIL allows. I mean, I don't get the Tebow comparison.
I think Chambliss has a real opportunity. Like, if he went out in the draft this year, he's arguably a top 5 QB in this year's draft because it's just so like not deep. I'm trying to think of or shallow, whatever it is. It's just like next year is just going to be super interesting because there's like 10 guys with no clear number one, but everybody's like they could be number one. They could be the next best guy.
Well, that's why they played the college football season, Jack.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're like by the end of the year, it's like Chambliss could come out of it being a top 3 quarterback coming in the draft class, but it's also if he went this year, he's guaranteed to be a top 5, top 6 QB in the draft.
Yeah.
Where there could be where this year we came in, we're like, who's going to rise to the top? We only had 3 or 4 guys, if that. Where next year there could be a surplus where Chambliss could play good, but he ends up being QB 6, QB 7, QB 8. Where you could see like it just depends what happens, but I think it will be good for him.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I do think it's obviously going to be very good for him because I don't think he's good enough to really start in the NFL. I wouldn't say Tebow was never good enough to play in the NFL. He was. He
won a playoff. He got to the playoffs, baby.
Right. Like he was good enough to play in the NFL. He just wasn't good enough to last long, and he wasn't good enough to be a starter for a long time.
There's a lot of guys like that.
Right. I think Trinidad Chambliss might fit that description a little bit. I think Trinidad Chambliss is a phenomenal college player. He wouldn't have been a very high draft pick this year. So, I mean, I guess Tebow would be more of a distraction than Chambliss. I think that's true. He was a huge distraction when he was on the Jets, without question. It was just every time Mark Sanchez threw an interception or something,
We want
Tebow on the sidelines.
We want Tebow.
What do you think the NFL comp would be for Chambliss as of right now?
For who?
For Chambliss, the NFL comp would be for him as of right now because he has like the mobility, but he has a super.
I would say Russell Wilson.
I do like that comp actually.
That's a good comp. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Russell Wilson, but that's a good comp.
Yeah.
I was going to say current Russell Wilson or prime Russell Wilson.
You'd have to go younger, Russell.
Here's what I'm saying though with my thing: like this year's top quarterbacks, it goes Mendoza at 1, Simpson at 2, and then 3 through 7 are Garrett Nussmeier, Carson Beck, Clay Kubnick, Drew Aller, and Taylor Green. I would put Trinidad Chambliss above all of them personally.
Well,
Nick's
making the quadruple A comparison.
The quadruple
you come in next year. There's Julian Sayin, Dante Moore, Arch Manning, CJ Carr, Jaden Maeva, Lenora Sellers is going back.
Yeah.
Drew Westmaker is going to a big school. Sam Levitt, John Mateer, Sorsby. They have Chambliss at 11. So it depends. I don't think he'll finish at 11. I think he'll be closer to the top 6. But it'll really depend where he ends up. Where I think how everybody else plays.
Yeah. But like now,
I think Carr could definitely make a big leap this year.
I think Carr is probably going to end up being a top 3 guy.
I think he has the tools.
Now though, guys, it feels like some guys are just in college forever. And I don't know, like in some level, I think there's some good things about it because the good things about it are that in a way it makes some college teams a lot better because it's closer to the to a pro level. So in some ways I think it's better, but in other ways it's like, all right, this guy's like remember Stetson Bennett was 25.
Yeah.
When he won a national championship in college and people were
I thought he'd never leave there.
Carson Beck,
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Carson Beck too.
He did transfer, but like still, he obviously he He made a case though. He was good. He was good.
Yeah. So I don't know, just kind of interesting.
Nick, did you happen to see the feud between McAfee and Orlovsky when it came down to Mendoza and Simpson? Did you happen to see that?
No.
That was hilarious.
Oh, it was massively big. So Orlovsky basically was saying how he believes that Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class. And obviously, Indiana with Pat McAfee is obviously a big Hoosiers fan. Of course, his big thing about it. And, they obviously were they brought Orlovsky on the program like they usually do every single week. And, he basically showed a bunch of different clips, like highlight clips, like in terms of the tape of different things that, Simpson had and Mendoza had. And, he was obviously just trying to make the biggest point that he could possible, that Ty Simpson was the best quarterback in the class. And then pretty much McAfee's just like, listen, he obviously has all the great stuff. He's probably number 2 quarterback and stuff. And Orlovsky always kind of backtracked and said, I never said Mendoza was bad, but I just always felt, and they just kind of kept going back and forth about it. And I don't know, it just kind of got to a point where, it was a decent debate, but I just don't know if you happen to see it.
No, I wasn't really following it that much. I don't know. The NFL draft this year I find to be kind of uninteresting. Like I just don't.
I agree. Yeah. There's really a lot to it.
So what do you guys think of AB? You see this umpire get embarrassed by ABS?
Yep. CV Buckner.
It was in my game, so of course it though.
Oh, it was a Red Sox game?
Red Sox Reds. I think Nick missed about 13, 14 calls. I think every single inning, there's at least one thing that, like, either a pitcher or a batter basically said this. I kid you not. And CB's just been around the game for so long, and it was just awesome to just see so many players just absolutely ripping, like, just embarrass him. But the game was close, so there was a couple times. I'm just like, listen, there was honestly one play. There was a batter that Gino Suarez was up, and I'm talking right now.
He did a video for the Duke UConn game.
Did he? Sorry.
The guy. I'm about to watch it.
Sorry.
What were you saying?
That was my brother. Sorry. Damn, I lost my train of thought. But no, it was a close game, and Trevor Story had a check swing, like in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
And basically they call it strike 3, and the inning was over. And Trevor Story never has emotion, but he turned around and just ripped it on him. Like an Alex.
So we actually have the audio.
Is it worth playing?
I could try to find it.
I got it. I'll play it.
Yeah.
Challenge for Will Benson.
Oh, this was on the Reds broadcast, okay.
Yep.
Powered by T-Mobile.
It was bad for both sides. We got
challenges again immediately.
Batter sounds in the pitch.
He sounded a little annoyed there.
Out of the zone. The Reds are 5 for 5 on challenges. And will do. Called strike 3. Tap the helmet again. He says it's off the plate away.
It was bad. It was bad.
Here we go. The loudest cheers of the game. The Reds have hit 2 homers. Come on, back-to-back challenges. Got him looking challenge.
Just think about guys. We're 3rd game into the whole.
Yeah, there was another.
Batter's challenge in the pitch.
He's so done with it.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. That's out of the zone. The ending continues on that right-hand side. It appears to be the toughest son for Roman Anthony. We'll get a challenge here.
Batter's challenge in the pitch.
Listen to him.
It's like he almost knows he's fucked up, but he keeps doing it just maybe to troll him. I don't know.
But he was wrong. He was wrong about all these calls.
He was wrong. That's the biggest thing. I think ABS, and I talked about the hitting for the cycle, has been a massive.
Exactly, Calvin. The defeated his voice.
Exactly. Yes.
Why do people hate ABS so much?
I think part of it sometimes they feel like it kind of
the human elements of the game,
the old like feel of the game, in a way in which like you get a called strike, you get a ball. Now it's like you have the updated technology and you have a couple of chances, and it could be in critical situations. And say like, for instance, like I love it. Like I'm one of those people that I'm massive in favor. Like if I'm talking from a person that might not like it, like say, I don't know, the Mets and the Phillies, and the Phillies essentially lost. This is of course taken out of the ABS situation, or look at even the DR USA game, right? Where thinking about it, where I don't think the ABS was in play, but Mason Miller threw a full count pitch to Perdomo. It was clearly a ball. I mean, I'm glad, of course, they called it a strike. But granted, if they put the ABS into play, it would have been a ball if they had the challenges. And then, of course, you had a chance for Fernando Tatis Jr. to come up to the plate and, something like that, in a way, where it's a big critical point of the game. They might be
Wasn't it on Saturday or something where Aaron Judge could have struck out, but he challenged it, got the call, and got to hit a home run?
He's the one that's a big beneficial of this overall ABS because there's a lot of chances the last several years in which the framing of the catcher, if he always it has more time again, not like tennis hasn't done the same thing with the
right. That's the thing, Callan. One, other sports have done it, and two, I don't think it adds that much time to the game.
It doesn't.
It's like the pitch clock where there's so many people like, oh, like the pitch clock, like I don't know how I feel about this. And then like throughout the whole entire season, it's like you didn't really kind of affect by it. I think a lot more people are more favorite than anything.
For the life of me, I don't understand baseball fans because baseball, like these baseball diehards, sometimes like we have technology to correct the problems, but they don't want to use the technology to correct anything. And
which, by the way, also we have an official account now on Twitter and just in social media in general, where all the umpires are getting graded.
Yeah,
because of the technology.
That's good. So it holds umpires accountable.
Yeah.
So I don't even understand what the issue is. Not only that, but balls and strikes, and in fact, almost everything in baseball is something you can easily prove or disprove. Like with the whole box that you have with strike zones, you can prove if a pitch is a ball or a strike definitively, just like if you're safe or out. So yeah, I think it's good to be able to challenge balls and strikes. Like I don't really see much of a downside to it.
I think it's perfect. I think it's going to be really good for the game.
I like it. I think it's really good.
I don't mind it at all.
What do we have all this technology for if we're not?
And then not only they do it, but they also will tell you. So like if you're missing, they'll tell you in terms of how much you're pretty much they missed like it by the overall box. So like that's essentially kind of like, all right, so how much were you missing by? It's like, all right, they already have it for you. Like it was just, I think it's awesome.
I don't see what the issue. I really just don't get the issue. It might add a little bit more time to the game, but the game has already sped up a lot. So it's not really that big of a deal anyway. The game has it only moves quicker now.
Right, and if there's ever a time where it feels like the old kind of run times for a baseball game, usually it's because you look at the box score. There's one inning where a team just goes off on offense.
Hey Nick, how about you take a look at the time of the game that literally we just put the video on, the Red Sox Reds game. Take a look and see how much the duration of that time is, pretty much with all of those ABS things. I'll be curious to see what it is.
Quest Tech. What is that?
It's an updated technology for. I could be wrong for balls and strikes.
Pioneer virtual replay from real time measurement data for baseball and tennis.
Interesting.
Huh.
Well, speaking of officiating, you see the NFL, they're set to hire replacement officials.
Yes, so allow me to read off. Yeah, this broke just before we came on the air. Let me read the tweets to you, courtesy of one Tom Pelissaro. The NFL plans to begin hiring replacement officials before the May 31st expiration of its labor deal and deploy them into training camps to have them ready if no agreement is struck with the NFLRA. As one source said today, our direction, meaning the owners, is not to be unprepared. The NFL has offered its game officials a 6-year labor deal with a 6.45% annual growth rate in compensation, while the NFLRA is insisting on 10% plus $2.5 million for marketing fees the league regards as worthless. The union also continues to resist changes the NFL is insisting upon, including shortening the dark period after the Super Bowl, deploying underperforming officials to spring leagues for extra reps, and ending a seniority-based system for playoff assignments. We want to pay for performance, the source said. And I believe there's one more. Let me see. There was one more of updated info. Okay. The NFL has made a proposal to make some officials full-time, but have met, quote, staunch resistance from the NFLRA, source said. In essence, from the league standpoint, the union wants officials to make substantially more money without any substantive changes to their jobs or hours, and with a system that rewards seniority, not performance.
Yeah, I don't really like that last part. You definitely want a system that rewards performance.
Right, that's what baseball does.
Yeah.
That's what the NBA does, doesn't it?
I don't know exactly how it works, but yeah, so I guess we're going to get replacement refs again, just like, because it worked out so well last time.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have the Fail Mary 2.0.
Yeah, that was pretty unbelievable. Yeah, the replacement anything is never all that good. I think the problem with officials in the NFL is that most of them are not full-time employees. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's quite a few of them who are like lawyers and other professions.
Yeah, and like I think it would be a lot better if they were just full-time refs.
But you got to make it worth their while to be full-time refs.
Bring on the scabs. Talk about a term that hasn't been used in 100 years. Average game time so far, 2 hours, 38 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty quick. That's quicker than most football.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, in more than one way, because you're going to have baseball players who are probably going to be scabs next year if the league ends up playing. And you're going to have ref scabs in this coming season.
Maybe it'll be like we'll have an all-women's league, like in a league of their own.
A league of their own.
Great movie.
Wait, can we talk about this last story that I have, which is a comedian got served papers that he was getting sued while he was on stage. Can I screen share this? It's an Instagram post.
It's
from his account.
I've seen this. I know exactly what you're about to pull up.
It's from his account. So
it's from his account. There's no copyright or anything.
No, it's just from the comedian's account directly.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, cool. Let me just. I got it right here. Here it is. Whoops. Wait,
I think I've seen this reel. I think I know what this is. Hold on. You're not. It's not showing.
It's not showing.
No, not yet. Give me a sec.
There we go. Bang.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
John, there's a lion. Oh my God.
I'm paying for that shit now. This is the shit. Fuck the Lion King. I just got served, bro. Yeah, I got served right in front of you guys. I'm now raising money and GoFundMe page. Oh, this is so funny, man. How do we move on from this? This is what happened. I was watching The Lion King, and my question was, why do these lions have American accents? And they're like in Africa. And the only accent they gave it to the monkey. What the fuck? And it was Caribbean. What the fuck, man? Listen, I now have a gluten allergy, anxiety. I got served. I'm now American. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a good joke.
I mean,
it's weird to me, like that you would get served sued on paper while you're on stage. Those papers would be served to you on stage. You'd think they'd wait for him to get off stage or give it to him before he gets up.
Yeah, but Nick, it's Disney. We've seen the crap that Disney has pulled with legal
Sanchez.
We've seen the crap that Disney has pulled with their property rights and their Disney name and their characters.
Yeah, no, but I think it's actually crazy to me that.
Wait a minute, is Chelino? Hold on, Callan. Is Chelino Sanchez the name of that guy who I've seen in the meme where he's the Spanish singer and he got some sort of note that if he sang the song he was going to sing that he was going to end up getting killed, and that's exactly what happened? Is that the guy?
I'm fairly certain that's the guy.
That's his name? Yep, that was him.
Was commonly believed to have been a death threat, but this has never been confirmed.
But after that show, he did get killed. His body was found in a ditch somewhere.
But my thing is, I didn't know. I mean, this happened in Mexico, right?
Yes.
In the
1992.
Wow. Mexico in the 90s was probably a pretty crazy place. But I didn't know you could get sued. The Mickey Mouse Network is at it again. Yeah, I mean, you can get sued for mistranslating the lyrics from a song. Like especially when he was obviously doing it in jest. Like he wasn't. It wasn't a serious statement.
Well, you're talking about how Mexico could be a crazy place in the 90s. I mean, it's kind of a crazy place right now with what's been happening the last month or so.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just saying it was probably especially crazy in the 90s. Frankly, New York City was a crazy place in the 90s too. So,
have you ever heard about New York City in the 70s?
Yeah, I heard it was even crazier, but I wasn't around back then. So,
well, neither was I, but it was a history.
I know you weren't either. Well, I don't know if you ever watched The Bronx is Burning.
Yes.
He was caught in the crosshairs of a massive drug war in one of Mexico's biggest drug states, which I've been to.
Oh,
Jesus,
God.
you could have left that last part to yourself. I don't know. Callum, were you broadcasting a game there? Is that what happened?
Uh-huh.
Were you broadcasting a drug deal?
He was a public address announcer for a drug deal.
Yeah, that's why you don't get involved in drugs. Yeah, Mickey Mouse Network and drug dealers. I was playing baseball in 2000. You were playing baseball in 2007?
Oh my God.
In Mexico? Why?
He's him. He's got a secret life nobody knows about.
Are you that
is Callan Kenny Powers?
Damn it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna go to. Are you Kenny Powers? Or that character from the Sandlot, the one who said that he was 12 when he was clearly an adult.
That's a lot of them. Like the World Baseball Classic for high school kids. So they have like a World Baseball Classic for high school kids. Japan, Italy, Mexico.
Wait a minute. Do you mean the Little League World Series for high school kids?
Well, Yeah, I never international tournament. That's weird as hell. I've never heard of that before.
Japan, Italy, Mexico, Australia,
and the United States.
Yeah, I don't know. That's some weird stuff. Well, did you win? I want to know that. I want to know how you did.
That's
Did you
an
get
important
injured
question.
Did you get injured during a celebration like Edwin Diaz did?
Oh God.
All right. I think that's our show. Because I have to start work in like 2 minutes. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's the show this week. I'm Nick DiMartino. That's Tom Albano. That's Ben Kruse. That's Jack Gold. Good show, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next Sunday at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everybody who watched, by the way. Got 210 viewers. Appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to the 200 plus viewers who were watching. Very happy for that. And then tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock on the West Coast, you could join myself with Callan's portion of the ETB Lounge. It'll be myself, Callan, Nick Morgeson, I believe Dino Tabi will be joining us.
And do we have to say anything about Zan?
Oh yes. Hold on a minute.
Those breakdowns. I forget what days that's on.
No,
it's not that.
No, hold on 1 second. Where is it? Damn it, it got buried underneath all the comments. We got some breaking news, boys. Zan's going to Indianapolis for the Final Four.
That's right. That's right. He's going down there to see Illinois win. He's winning the whole thing.
Are you sure about that?
He's there to watch Illinois beat UConn, Ben.
Yeah,
that's what he's there. Dude,
you know what,
Hagler,
man? May the best team win, brother. We'll see what happens.
All right. So,
also, don't miss MMA Outsiders, 2:00 Central Time, Thursdays.
Yeah. So that's our show this week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you guys next week.